not going to yell at you.
Okay, thank you everyone for coming. You go by Alexandria?
Alex.
Alex. Okay, I've been calling you Alex. I hope that was okay.
Perfect. No. Awesome.
She's a health coach. She knows all about sugar and unsugar things. So she's going to talk to you about that today. My name's Jenna. I'm the night closing manager here today, and I do all of the community outreach for Basil Bandwagon. So if you have any questions after the talk, you can come and see me. I can show you where you can find all these goodies on the shelf. Oh, this is all from here. Yep, this is all from here. She didn't even know I was going to do this. So
Yeah,
she might not talk about it. Yeah, they're all sugar substitutes and things that you can, goodies you can snack on, and gums and things like that that don't contain any sugar whatsoever. If you're on a special diet or whatever, she's going to go over all this. And we'll have time for questions at the end.
Awesome.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, so if you need anything, holler. And thank you everyone for joining us from Facebook. We're on a live feed. No one can see your faces.
They just see the back of your head.
They just see the back of your heads.
So hi everyone, thank you guys for coming. What I actually want to do is start with a little bit of an open chair. So what I'm going to have you guys do is introduce, since I see that you guys are all kind of coupled up, you're going to introduce yourself to somebody next to you, behind you, somebody that you didn't come with, and you're going to actually just share with them what your favorite sweet treat is, and then we're going to talk about how you actually feel after you eat it. Okay? So share along. Make a new friend tonight. Introduce yourself to somebody that you didn't walk in with.
I'm Maria. I'm Nadia.
I'm Jenna. You guys, I'm scooping out all this stuff out here. My favorite sweet treat is definitely ice cream.
You do?
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I try not to eat a lot of dairy, but there's actually a coconut milk ice cream that we have here that is absolutely to die for. It's like hazelnut chocolate, and it's so delicious, and I really try and ration myself. Like, I work here, but I would be one of those people that needs to be at the shop like you guys, because I'm like a sugar girl.
Yeah. My name's Shilpa. I love desserts. I'm really good at kind of keeping a clean diet otherwise, but I love desserts.
Sugar's your weak spot, yeah.
Yeah, and ice cream is definitely my favorite. And I just feel like after a meal, I crave something like sweet and kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ice cream puts the bill, but I feel like a lot of times after I eat it feels like too full. Like I don't really have.
Does anybody want to share how their favorite actually?
Yeah. Too much.
You're a lot of happiness right now. It's like really excited, like, oh, I love that. It is. Yeah. Sugar is. Really. It's like a disease.
This time of year, the Peptin Brussels Dover jelly come out.
Oh
Oh
boy.
my gosh. I eat like almost overnight. In one sitting though, I mean, not just like go.
Right, because you can't stop. How do you feel after? I mean, while you're doing it, you probably feel really good. You're like, this is awesome.
I have a hard day, or I'm tired.
Right.
Yeah. And then 5 minutes later, I'm feeling terrible.
Who else feels like that after they have their favorite sweet treat? Anybody else? Do you not notice, maybe? Or maybe you're just so caught up in like, that was so good. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes. I mean, usually,
I don't always feel that, but a lot of times.
right.
We need to have a balance.
So, how did I end up here talking to you guys about Sugar Day? So, just a quick little brief about me. If you honestly told me about 10 years ago that I would even be in the health and fitness industry, I probably would have laughed at you. Because I ate all the junk, I ate all the candy, I ate the McDonald's, and I didn't care. And I thought I was okay. I thought I was healthy. I didn't work out, and then I got pregnant with my first kid, and then everything changed. And it was not the same. Unfortunately, I didn't have the best pregnancy, and I gained a lot of weight, probably gained about 60 pounds. And it was really hard for me to lose some of that weight. And then I had my second baby, and I gained more weight. And after a while of just being so unhappy with myself, I just knew that I needed to change something. So that's when I started to go to the gym and work out, work with a personal trainer. And he just did like amazing things for me because he was able to show me that I was able to do all these things that I never knew that I could do. and then just losing the weight and feeling good and feeling good about myself was just very, very inspiring for me. So that inspired me to actually study to become a personal trainer, and that's how I started. So then from there, I just always wanted more. How can I help people more? So then from there, I got like a couple other certifications. Then I actually became a CrossFit coach, and then from there, something was just still really missing for me. Sometimes my performance would still be so-so, you know, sometimes I was still tired, and then occasionally I would still eat more junk, not the McDonald's or any of the fast food, because at least I knew at that point that that was just no good at all. So that's really when I became in love with learning about nutrition and just finding out about how it really made such an impact on me and everything that I did. So then from there, I got pregnant with baby number 3. And luckily, the last time was a lot easier, a lot better. I didn't gain as much weight. It was definitely the best pregnancy I had out of all 3. I didn't get sick. And she was definitely just much, much easier. And then after, it was easier for me to lose the weight, but I actually got myself into a little bit of a rut and started eating whatever it was that I was craving. So the pizza, and the ice cream, and the chocolate, and all that other good stuff that we all truly enjoy eating that we really know is not good for us. I was like, it's okay. I'm pregnant, I'm breastfeeding, I'm gonna eat it, and I did. And then I was losing weight, and then I started gaining it back even after I had her. So that's when I knew that, yet again, I needed to change something. So that's kind of when I started to put together a new program that I did on myself first. And from there, I was really, really able to pick a lot of the sugar cravings that I noticed that I was having. So that's when I turned it into a total transformation program. So I'm going to share a little bit with you guys today about how we can kind of connect the dots for some of you guys, okay? Since sugar is definitely one of the most favorite things that we all do like to have. Like I said, I heard how happy and excited you guys were just talking about, you know, the favorite treats. Because it does, it makes us feel good for a little bit, but after, unfortunately, we don't always feel that great. So, you are in the right place if you're wondering why you crave sugar at certain times. You're done reinventing the wheel and you want somebody to tell you what works and what doesn't. You want to rediscover what is keeping you stuck so you can get unstuck. You're ready to finally get the sugar and food thing handled so you can actually allow your best self to shine. So if any of these describe you, then you're exactly in the right place. And in fact, this is for you. So today I'm going to show you how to kick the sugar habit without giving up any of the sweetness. So you can experience a total transformation that gives you your best body and your best moves and your best life. So we do have limited time together, so I'm going to teach you as much as I can about our topic today, and I promise before you finish, I'll show you how to take it a little bit further if that's what you choose to do. So there are 3 main challenges with my clients that I've seen that most people have when they're trying to kick sugar. So challenge number 1 is really just wondering why we have the sugar cravings in the first place. Did anybody ever ask themselves, like, why do I continue to just want it all the time? So let's kind of dive into that first. So traditional nutritionists actually think of food in calories, of grams, and fat. So as a health coach, that's only one way that I look at food. So the other way is something kind of cool and a little different, and the concept is called the polarity of food. And what does that mean? You guys actually have a little handout, so there's like a little huge chart if you guys want to look along. So the polarity of food is actually pretty simple. Polarity means there's kind of always an opposite. Hot and cold, yin and yang, happy and sad. So in the same way, with every apparent opposite, hard and soft, noisy and quiet, light and dark, good and bad, love and fear, when you find one thing, you'll always have the tendency to find the opposite. So if you look at the world through the lens of polarity, it's to look at it in pairs. How does this concept actually apply to food? So first, we want to consider that food is more than fuel. It has energetic qualities that are beyond the science, mechanics, and calories. So fat and grams and nutrient value. grow upwards, so they're actually uplifting. Root vegetables like squash or potato, they grow deep into the ground, so they actually have more of a grounding effect. So how might this polarity in your food actually be creating the cravings? So if you look at the handout, on the right side you see one extreme, which is expansive bliss. Those foods actually represent the energy that are represented in alcohol, caffeine, sugar, dairy, and to some extent some fruit. So the energies of these foods might actually make you feel light, relaxed, happy, just as you guys were all discussing them earlier, and blissful. So when you eat too many blissful foods, you start to feel sometimes a little spacey, maybe a little lightheaded or forgetful. And then on the other extreme, you have your contracted tension foods. And these foods are actually contracting versus expansive. So example of those foods would be salt, eggs, red meat, and those foods are kind of the foods that put meat on your bones. You know, they're hearty foods, and they make you feel grounded, focused, and sometimes even aggressive. When you eat too many, you might start to feel a little tight, a little agitated, and sometimes even angry. So that's all fine and good, but how do the two extremes of the polarity of food, the expansive bliss and the contracted bliss, actually relate to your sugar cravings? If life is a system of opposites and your body is always trying to balance itself out, what do you think happens if you're having too many contracted foods? Anybody guess? You're going to, well, you're going to actually start to crave the opposite. Right, because that's your body's way of trying to balance you out, because we're always looking for a way to balance ourselves. So in a way, what do you think you're doing when you're diving or indulging so much on one extreme? You're going to start to make your cravings. Oh. It does. So do you find that if you have something salty, like maybe potato chips, you actually crave something sweet after? A lot of times people maybe have a little too much salt in their meal, and after dinner, after lunch, they're looking for that sweet treat, the dessert. That's pretty much right. So your body's just looking for that happy balance, like it does for everything. So if we have too many expansive foods, we're going to start to crave the contractive. So what many people don't realize, and I did not realize this myself either, is sometimes we're actually creating our own cravings unknowingly, just doing it. It's crazy. So you can even look at the activities in your life through the lens of polarity of expansive and contractive. So there are things that happen in your life that are a little more contractive. They might create more tension. And then there are things that are more expansive, and they might actually create more relaxation. So examples of contractive would be running or working out too much, partying, staying up late, stress. When you have too many contractive activities, you're going to start to crave more expansive foods. So relaxation. That's your body's way of telling you that it kind of just needs something else. So if you actually don't allow yourself to relax, then you'll find yourself binging on wine or chocolate, breads, and all the desserts, and your body's actually just begging for a break. So sleep, reading, meditation, walking, or just simply even taking a bath and relaxing. So if you've been driving and sitting in traffic, or your little one was maybe not so good today, or your boss was maybe not that nice today, and you just kind of had a very stressful day, what do you think you're going to crave? Chocolate. Something from the
jelly beans.
Or jelly beans. Something from the bliss side, you know, something to make you feel balanced, something to compensate and make you feel relaxed. So when I'm working with clients, we try to deconstruct their cravings. So we look at not just the foods they're eating, but also the lifestyle. So stress and all that other stuff has a huge play in there. So the second challenge around kicking the sugar habit is that nobody wants to do it because it just feels really good to have it, right? So why does it feel so good? So we're going to just take a quick look at what's happening in the body when you eat sugar and why we experience that awesome sugar high. So products that contain a lot of sugar usually don't contain lots of fiber, or protein, or fat. And fiber, fat, and protein actually slow down your sugar absorption. So when those nutrients are not present, your blood sugar actually shoots up really fast, like a roller coaster. I'm sure everybody's been on a roller coaster before. And that's basically what you're going through when you're going through those sugar highs. You're going really, really high and you're crashing and your body's just craving for more. And it's just a cycle. So now at the top of the roller coaster, your brain's alerted. Your brain uses about 50% of your blood sugar at any given time. So any drastic rise or fall in your blood sugar levels causes your brain to kind of move out. So when your blood sugar spikes up, your brain and your body just aren't happy. And your body's actually telling you that it's an emergency. So it's trying to send you these signals, and you're probably just like, just keep eating sugar. You know, so you're kind of just going right back onto that roller coaster. So what does your body do? Your pancreas actually secretes the hormone insulin to bring your blood sugar back down. And here's the problem. So we spent a lifetime eating a lot of high sugar processed products. So insulin has gotten really good at doing its job. And when insulin is sent out, it doesn't just bring your blood sugar back down into balance, and there's often just too much insulin secreted, and our blood sugar dips way down. So that's the blood sugar crash you're feeling after your sugar high. You get shaky, a little spaced out, and you start to feel kind of uncomfortable, and just continuing the cravings. So you've had your crash. Now what does your body crave when you're down there in the middle of that nasty crash? Anybody else? More sugar. That's right. So the up and down cycle continues. Has anybody experienced that before? I'm sure all of us have. Multiple times. So this is one of the reasons we start eating sugar, and we quite literally just can't stop, and we just keep continuing to crave it because we're creating our own cravings. So because our body's actually trying to find sugar balance, so the sugar body's craving is your body's way of saying eat something specific to restore its balance. And the easiest, most convenient food to restore balance is sugar. However, if we continue to eat the sugar, we will stay on that crazy craving roller coaster. That roller coaster will affect your mood, it's going to affect your weight gain, and it's going to lead to other diseases like adult onset diabetes. Nobody wants it. So there's a little bit more to the story. After the hormone insulin is sent out to take the sugar out of your bloodstream, it has 3 places it can take that sugar. Your brain, your blood cells, your muscles. So now if all those receptors are full, because you're just continuing on with the sugar cravings and eating through the cycle, where does it go? Does anybody know? Right here. So it's actually going to be now stored as fat because it has nowhere else to go. That's when your body actually starts to just hold on to it, and now it's stored as fat. So now there's yet another not so cool thing. When your body's producing insulin to bring you down from the sugar high, it can't produce what's called glucagon. Has anybody ever heard of glucagon before? Okay. So glucagon is actually a very important, especially if you're trying to shed excess weight, because it's the hormone that takes fat out of the storage to be burned. So if you're not producing this hormone called glucagon, what do you guys think is actually happening? You're not burning fat. You're storing fat. So if you're eating sugar, not only are you probably storing some of this fat, you also can't release the fat to be burned because the sugar blocks the glucagon production and fat burning. And that's really just fun. So here's something else I want you guys to consider. These days, many health-conscious people know their blood sugar levels go up and down on a sugar-induced high, but they don't often realize the emotional roller coaster ride that accompanies this. So we feel happy, we feel energetic, our spirits are up, and then unexplainably, we're tired and we're cranky, and sometimes we're angry, and that might be when we're fighting with our kids or our loved ones, our boss, and we sometimes just don't understand why. Our moods are just all over the place. Also another bummer. So the third challenge, the third and final challenge with sugar that I've myself experienced, and I notice with my clients, is that when you're not happy with an area of your life, like your career, relationships, workouts, finances, family, where you live, what are you doing, the winter weather especially. Thank God we finally came out of the winter depression. Kind of breaking the weather, but hopefully sooner it will be a lot warmer than it has been, and it won't be so rainy, but it's depressing. And sometimes it's just much easier to reach for that sweet treat and the sugar instead of actually dealing with what is going on in our life, because nobody really wants to do that, because that's not fun. I'm going to just eat the sugar, that's fine, I'm going to feel better for a little bit, and then I'm going to just push all this other stuff to the side. But that's when the cycle just continues again. So a craving might seem to be a pain in the butt, but what if cravings are just a little messenger telling our bodies that we're needing something else, something more? That would be kind of cool. So I know you guys didn't just come here for problems. You guys came here for some solutions. So we're going to look at how to get started on kicking sugar without starting or giving up some sweetness, even if you've never done it before. Has anybody ever actually tried, like, I'm not going to eat sugar, I'm going to do really good, and how long did that last for you? And then you were in the jelly bean. Awesome, and then what happened?
Yes, I went to a birthday party. You know, something happened.
Right.
And I had
Hey.
one item,
Mhm.
one item, two items, and, you know, but I don't really watch it.
Okay.
But I found things to substitute.
Awesome. So, do you find when you do, or when you did do that, that it kind of like set you back off into that cycle
Oh,
again?
yeah. Not right away, but if you, yeah, if you keep putting things away,
Right.
it's right back where you started. So it's just several days. Could you hold this for 1 second, just on her hair?
I've had that before. That's amazing. Yes. Yes. Awesome. Very good. Great, great, great. Everything processed.
Right.
Good.
So but I know it's, if you
It's
don't
hard.
stick to it, as soon as you do it, spiral out of control.
Yeah, absolutely. You're shaking your head really hard back there.
Yeah.
What about you?
I kind of feel the same way, that I think that I've done a good job of cutting out most processed sugars.
Awesome.
But from being in the habit, I feel like, you know, like after a meal, I crave something sweet. Even if I've been doing a good job of cutting out like most of like the cakes and cookies and baked goods and stuff.
Okay.
And you know, I can definitely empathize with, you know, you're good for a while, but then if you do, you know, I want to learn how to be able to go to like a birthday party and have a little bit, because a little bit isn't going to hurt anything, but without that setting off and making me feel like, or, you know, kind of creating that a huge setback.
Right.
Because that's what I feel like has happened in the past is,
Right.
you know, if I'm good for a while, even if I have a little bit, then that just like triggers, you know, just more and more.
When is it the hardest for you guys? Do you guys ever notice like certain times where it's just really, really hard for you, where you're just having those cravings more often, or you just don't notice, or you kind of try to ignore it? Okay. Okay, so you're, and then it turns into like a handful. Yeah. Anybody else? Vacation. Yes. Yes. Definitely. Definitely. Vacation's always super hard. Holidays. That was hard for me. Like that was when I was like, I'm done. After New Year's, like this is it. Like you're going back on your program and just no more. And that was it for me. And then Valentine's Day, I didn't care. I didn't give in. Like I was just over it. Or, yeah, I was just over it. I was just more. I didn't do it anymore. She was the culprit.
Oh, this is
That is.
oh.
She's so cute.
Tina wanted Christina.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's hard. Like, after you have a baby, you know, your hormones are crazy, everything's different, and you still want those, to have those crazy cravings. And I gave in for quite some time. So I was just like, I can't do this
stealing.
I was happy. Right. Yes, exactly.
Yummy.
You know, sometimes we just kind of need to make that point where we know we need to change something. And then that's just what happened for me. So, 7 solutions to sugar cravings. I actually have a handout. So when you guys leave, I'll give you one of them to take home. So, number 1 is check your Bennetts. It sounds crazy, but sometimes sweet cravings are really just a sign of dehydration. Who drinks a lot of water? A lot of us forget. A lot of us are so busy, or we're drinking coffee instead, or juice, and we're really not hydrating ourselves properly, and that's our body's way of telling us that we're missing something. So yet again, that cycle continues where we're just trying to find that happy balance. So pound a glass of water, wait a couple minutes, and see if you still have the crazy craving. Sometimes they go away, sometimes they don't, and if they don't, it's probably something else that's going on. So even too much caffeine, a lot of coffee drinkers, who loves coffee? Lots of coffee, yes. And it happens too. So caffeine actually mimics what sugar does. You get that caffeine high, you feel really great, your brain's alerted, and then you crash. And when you crash, your body's going to start to crave the sugar, not the caffeine, the sugar. And what do we usually put in our coffee when we drink coffee? More sugar. So it's just like that sick cycle of, you know, we're not even paying attention to some of the things that we're doing, creating those cravings. So number 2, satisfy your sweet tooth with naturally sweet vegetables and fruit. So even spices. So your tongue has a sweet taste bud, and they demand to be satisfied. So don't hold out on them. It doesn't always have to be the dessert that you're actually giving into and satisfying your sweet cravings with. It could be a sweet potato with some cinnamon, some nutmeg, something like that. So instead of putting sugar in your coffee, if you're going to drink coffee, put some cinnamon in it, put some spices in it to make it sweeter, so you're not having the double effect of the caffeine and the sugar. So that's just another way. Number 3, sleep. Who doesn't get a lot of sleep? I don't. I don't get a lot of sleep. Anybody else? Yeah. Sleep is hard. Sometimes it's hard. We're stressed. You know, we come home late. We want to relax before bed. We're on a Netflix binge. Next thing you know, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and we have to do work in 5 hours. And it happens. You know, on the weekends. You know, sometimes we want to spend extra time for kids or loved ones, and we land up not sleeping. I know when I'm stressing out, sometimes I can't sleep. So sometimes it's easier said than done, but if you're constantly tired, your body's going to look for energy, and it's usually in the form of sugar or caffeine. You should typically get 8 hours a day. Some people do better without. They do say women should get more than men. So typically between 7 to 9 is usually a really good window. But it does also depend when you're going to sleep too. You should be powering down about an hour before you go to bed. That will actually help you fall asleep better. So, you know, the smartphones and the tablets and the laptops, all those things really, really stimulate the brain. So if you have a tendency to, you know, watch TV and sit on your iPhone or your iPad for a decent time before bed, you're really just stimulating the brain. So if you're having trouble falling asleep, shut the phone off, shut the laptop off, read a book, meditate, listen to music even. But if the blue light on your phone and everything is really bothering you, or if you actually need to be on your phone, you know, business, checking emails or something like that, I highly recommend doing a blue light filter. Some of the phones actually nowadays have them built in. They're like, I need to watch TV to fall asleep. It's fine. They actually have glasses. They're amber glasses. They're like probably $20. You can get them on Amazon, and it'll actually help cut down the blue light so it's not as stimulating for you. So it actually becomes a lot easier to go to sleep. I have to watch TV for bed, so like if I'm on my phone or anything, I definitely have the blue light filter going on. And it helps. It does help tremendously. So, like I said, power down an hour before you go to bed, find some type of new ritual, and calm down and get a good night's rest. So you should typically be falling asleep around like 10, 10:30, because that's when your body starts to do its repair. So if you've ever worked a job where you kind of have rotating shifts, like overnight shifts, day shifts, and you notice that you just don't feel the same when you're working through the night when you should be sleeping, it's because your body only does its repairs during a certain period of time of the night. So if you're trying to make up on your sleep by taking a nap during the day or sleeping during the day, it will never make up for what you missed at night. Because what's going on through the night, your body will not do during the day when you're sleeping. So all the detoxifications from your organs and all that stuff is going on in the middle of the night during certain periods when you're sleeping. So if you're missing that, your body is missing out on so much. So that would tremendously affect you. So those really late night binges, going to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning, it's hard to recover from it because of those reasons. So number 4, check your protein. So this fact is kind of fun and it's a little bit different. And actually watching how much protein and what type of protein you're intaking, specifically animal protein. So eating too little animal protein can actually lead to massive cravings. And eating too much animal protein can also lead to lots of cravings. So when I work with clients, we kind of just find the sweet spot of protein for them and what amount is good for them, and more specifically, what kinds of protein is good for them, because we all are affected by proteins differently, and some of us just can't process certain animal proteins the way others can. So number 5, sniffing out low-fat and fat-free foods. And when food manufacturers take the fat out of foods, we can only guess what they put back into it to make it taste better, and it's sugar. So when people do eat dairy or yogurt, cheese, milk, I do highly recommend to them, do full fat. If you're going to do it, do full fat. There's more benefits in that healthy fat opposed to all the other junk that they're loading back into it just to make it taste good. So to me, just, if you're going to do it, go for it. Do it. Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes it's not even real sugar, and sometimes it's like aspartame and all the other chemically stuff that makes us feel even worse, which is actually harder to get out of our system, which makes it even harder for us to lose some of those extra pounds that we might want to lose. So number 6 is just move. Get up, go work out, go for a walk, go run, just move. Get that extra movement in. And it's gonna be good for your body, it's gonna release your stress, it's gonna make you feel better, it's gonna make you look better. And when you just don't get enough, your body starts to look for other ways to go off steam. Has anybody felt just really, really awesome after having a bad day? They go to work out really hard, and after you just feel so much better. Like, that's great. If you have a bad day, I tell people, if you're having a really bad day, take all of that, go work out, put all of that steam into your workout. You're going to have an even better workout because now you're probably pissed off at something, and you're just going to really do even better. And then afterwards, you're going to feel amazing, and you've just done some awesome stuff for yourself. So movement is so important. Wintertime, we don't want to go out, we don't want to move, but honestly, if you do, you're gonna feel better, and you're just not gonna regret it. So honestly, that's the best recipe. 7, creating new post-meal rituals. So after we have that salty meal or dinner or lunch, whatever it is, and we're searching for that sweet treat, what is something else that we could do as a ritual instead of grabbing the chocolate, the ice cream, or the cakes? Anybody have any suggestions? Herbal tea. I like that. Nice. Okay, I like that. What do you put in your tea?
Nothing.
Awesome.
Or lemon.
Awesome. If you do honey, honestly, I'd rather you do honey opposed to a processed sugar because it actually has good stuff in it, which I'm going to actually get into that in just a moment. Yeah, if you try, you might see that you don't need to add, but you're never going to know unless you try. I mean, sometimes you just get used to it, and then after a period of not having it for a period of time, you do have it, you're like, this isn't even what I remember it being. It doesn't taste as good, and I don't feel that great, and you just find out you just really don't need it.
I used to
Every right?
yeah, like I just love flavor creamers.
coffee free for 2.5 years, and for me it was super hard because like I would wake up every morning, I'd have my coffee, and then I would have coffee again later on in the afternoon when I went back to work. So it was like a ritual for me. And then finally, I'm like, you can fall asleep after having coffee. That's actually a really bad sign. And I'm like, I could go to sleep right now, and that's probably not a good thing. So it actually starts to affect your adrenal glands. So I'm like, I can't do this. I'm not relying on this anymore. And I'm done. Stopped. And that was it. So for me, it's been like 2.5 years. But tea, for me, is an awesome substitute. So if you're looking for that warmth and that little comforting feeling in the morning, green tea, it has the caffeine, it's really good, it's very hydrating. To me, it's even better. I feel better after having it. So sometimes after the coffee, you feel a little, I don't get that after having a cup of tea. So I'd rather not feel like that. So personally, I don't miss that. So anybody else have any idea for a different ritual instead of having dessert? The tea was not fruit. Fruit? Awesome. Yeah, that's a good thing. To kind of still get that sweetness in, but you're not like indulging on lots of sugars or anything like that. That's awesome. Anybody else?
Maybe just go for a walk, take your mind off of
Yes.
food in general.
That's awesome. Yeah, good. Anybody else? Okay, awesome. All good ideas. So what we're gonna do real quick too is go into some healthier sugar replacements. So Jenna has all this awesome stuff up here, and all of them have either no sugar or a healthier sugar substitute. So we have some with stevia, and I've actually never seen these before, so I'm super excited to see them because I'm definitely gonna buy them.
Those are local too. They're
Are
made
they?
by a local company.
I will tell you,
Yeah.
last time I even had chocolate, so to see it with stevia is actually very exciting for me. So I'm gonna try it.
Watch out.
I know. But we'll see. It's a nice treat to have once in a while. So some of my favorites. So when I am baking and you're making some sweet treats and they're healthy, but you still need a little bit of that sweetness in, especially when my kids are eating it. Like I have to give them a little bit of sweetness to make them happy. I have 3 of my favorites, which is raw honey, date sugar, or just dates themselves, as well as coconut sugar. The dates, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Dates are an amazing replacement. So they actually make date sugar as well. Yes.
I never bought it, but I heard that.
It's good. It is good.
You're gonna try some
It
of it here
depends
too.
on what you need it for. So she has awesome samples as well. So very exciting. So the date sugar,
Yeah, I'd rather have those 'cause that's what she's talking about. The middle one.
Oh, take this one. Okay.
Sorry.
different. No, I'm excited.
Yeah.
So it's in liquid form.
Oh.
It depends. There's different forms.
That's good.
Okay.
If it's the liquid form, it's definitely better for tea. I'm glad that you brought that up. Because the actual sugar, the granule date sugar, it doesn't dissolve if you put it in a drink.
Yeah, this is it's very syrupy. It's like almost like a molasses.
Well, I've never seen it in the syrup form before.
Yeah,
I've only seen it in the granule form.
we have the granules and the syrup. It's by the date lady.
That's
awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just deep.
Organic dates. Yep. That's all it is.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay.
So you don't need that processed sugar. So processed sugar has no nutritional value to it. Doesn't give you any benefits. And dates, I mean, there's nothing else in here. And that's awesome. And you can use this for so many things. So the difference between the syrup and the granule sugar is the granule sugar won't dissolve if you put it in your tea or your coffee or something like that. So that would be awesome if you needed that sugar substitute for a drink. But if you're going to just bake with it, you can absolutely use the granules instead. But the cool thing about it is date sugar is less processed than regular sugar, and it's just made off of dried dates. So dates themselves contain minerals like copper, potassium, zinc, magnesium, calcium, iron, B vitamins, vitamin K, vitamin A. So it's actually a lot sweeter than regular sugar, so you can actually use less of it, which works out even better because you're using less calories. So for that, I would definitely say if you need it for coffee, then use the syrup. That's awesome. So another one that I like to use too is coconut sugar. And coconut sugar is just made from the sap of the sugary fluid circulating plant. And she's going to give you a sample of those as well. Coconut sugar.
No, I said I will. I didn't know there was such.
Yeah, they have coconut products from everything. Yeah, from so many things. It's amazing what they make out of coconuts. Sugar, yeah, it's awesome. It's actually a really, really good replacement for brown sugar. So if you're baking and you need to use brown sugar, it's an amazing replacement. And again, it's sweeter, so you still use less. Yes, absolutely use less. So another awesome thing about coconut sugar, it actually retains a bit of the nutrients from the coconut palm. So iron, zinc, calcium, potassium, short chain fatty acids, antioxidants, and coconut sugar is tremendously lower on the glycemic index than processed sugar. So it won't spike that blood insulin so high the way processed sugar will. It'll get a little bit more stable.
And they don't bleach it or anything like that.
That's why I love coconut sugar. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
No other additives in that either.
Yeah, it's really different.
Yeah.
It is, but I mean, a lot of people don't know that there's other alternatives. So, I mean, I get it. We all want a sweet treat once in a while, and that's fine because we should all feel happy about what we're eating and enjoy what we're eating, but we don't have to feel like crap after we eat it. We don't. Really don't. So, the last one is the raw honey. And I like to use raw honey less with cooking because when you cook it at too high of a degree, it starts to kill the health benefits. So if you're going to do raw honey, try not to put it in anything that's too hot, like boiling water or anything like that. So if you're going to put it in your tea or your coffee, let it cool off a little bit so it does keep some of the nutritional value to it. And it contains, antioxidants, enzymes, amino acids, minerals, phytonutrients. And it's also lower on the glycemic index as well. And it contains more calories than sugar, but it's okay because you're actually getting a nutritional value from those calories opposed to none. And you can also use less. So you don't need to.
This is like great out of the pie.
Correct. It's not heated, so they're not killing the nutritional value before you even get it to your house.
So when you get it from the chicken breads,
Those little bears?
Yeah.
No, they're very, very, very processed, and you're lucky if it's even 100%. Yes. You can actually use them on cuts, scrapes. You can absolutely use it when you are sick. When I was little, my mom always would give me warm tea or warm water, actually just water with the honey, and it would soothe my throat. So that's what I do for my kids. And my middle son is like a honey addict, and he'll just eat honey, like those little honey tubes. He loves them. He loves honey. Yeah. So I mean, and I'll give it to him because I'm like, it's just raw honey. Yes, it goes away. Yep, it helps it close your throat. There's a lot of nutritional value in honey. So
This one says most packers pasteurize and filter their honey up to 160 degrees Fahrenheit.
right, so they're killing so much right there.
This one, they only warm their honey to 105.
That's actually
Raw honey will crystallize in the jar. Yeah, this one's from Pittstown. It's actually right around the corner from here.
Awesome.
Pittstown. We have a lot of local honeys here, though.
And
This
local
just
is
a honey
always
sample.
what you want to shop. You always want to shop local. Local honey is actually really good with helping with seasonal allergies too. Because when you have seasonal allergies, it's obviously what's local to you. So if you take the honey regularly, it'll actually help with that. So some honeys still have some of the comb in it on the top too. So if that doesn't affect you, allergy-wise, it's awesome to eat, and that would tremendously help with seasonal allergies as well. So raw honey is amazing. It's one of my favorites.
It is.
It is. It's awesome. Does anybody have any questions on any of that stuff?
So, the raw, okay, you see, like, your food, so, what else can you use it for?
You can use it on cuts and scrapes and stuff like that too, instead of like a Neosporin. Yeah, burns, and it'll definitely help heal. Manuka honey is definitely one of the highest healing honeys there are. It's super expensive, but you don't use a lot of it.
Yeah.
So Manuka honey, like if you really wanted to use honey for one of those reasons, that would probably be the one that you would want to try and use it.
So what if I take sugar and I put a spoonful like that? Would that be good, or?
It would be fine, but what I would do is find out why are you having these.
Yeah.
What is going on that you're having the cravings? Because if you continue, it's just going to be the cycle.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
instead
that's
of
very good.
hearing the symptom, find out the root cause. And that's basically what I would say. What's going on in your life? Is it you're eating too much of this, too little of that? Is there stress? You know, what is going on there? If all of that stuff is great and you just feel like having a little bit of sugar, you just felt like something sweet, then by all means, go for it. Like I said, it's got a lot of nutritional value to it. So if you're having a little bit of honey in there, it's not going to kill you. You're not going to, get sick from it. So that's fine. Does anybody else have any questions? No? Okay. So what we're going to do now is tell you how to turn today's immediately useful information into lasting transformation. So some of you are going to want to take this further and deeper, and as promised, I'd like to share with you how you can do that. So who here feels 100% confident that they could walk away from this talk and just picture Goose and Frog? You're like, where's the sugar aisle? Because that's where I'm going. Yeah, I mean it happens, and that's okay. So well, it's because we've actually left out 3 key ingredients that pulls all of it together. And without these ingredients, we stay in the same patterns and repeat the same old behaviors that keep us stuck. So some of us really do well for a little while, and when we get some new information, we renew our commitment to follow through, and we take consistent action for a week or two. And what happens? We tell ourselves it's time to be different, and then our motivation kind of fizzles out, and then we fall off track again. So how many people know what to do but don't always do it? Pretty sure everybody's raising their hands right now. You do know what to do. Everybody knows what to do. Everybody does. Exactly. We have all the information. We're in the era of information. I mean, we have information at our fingertips, our phones, the iPads, our laptops. It's everywhere. Sometimes it's just not knowing what information is right for us. So, I mean, we're definitely not lacking with information. But we are suffering, we're suffering from a very high fat diet. And we've got a lot of theory, but we're just not putting it into practice. So with all the information out there, we're just not doing it anymore. So the last 3 key ingredients that bring it all together is the right system, support, and accountability. So we've got the information. You don't need any more information. What we do need is to make this time different is someone to just encourage the process and somebody to kick us in the butt when we need it. So, since none of you are enthusiastically ready to kick the sugar and get off the roller coaster, I'm going to actually invite you all to a free initial breakthrough session. So you guys all have another sheet. It's very bright. It has a little yellow and orange on it. So you're going to fill that out, a little information, and it's just a 45-minute private consultation where we're going to actually look at your cravings and see what your personal cravings mean. Why are you having them? What is going on in your life that's creating these cravings to just continue over and over again? action is to experience a total transformation. So invest 45 minutes of your time, and I guarantee you that you'll walk away with at least one thing that will help break you out of rut, or at least be an aha, or wow, I didn't know that, or some little tidbit of information to just help you get better to be a better person. So I want to invite you to open up to the possibility that this time can really be different, and that you haven't tried everything yet. That even those of you who are relatively healthy already might be missing out on something that could make it all better, and that this opportunity to get curious about how healthy you can actually be. So I had a client who came to me with severe acne and weight gain and poor self-esteem, and her boyfriend told her that he just wasn't interested in her. So she spent thousands of dollars on expensive lotions and spa treatments and had no results. So doctors told her she just had to live with it and take medication so it didn't get worse. So knowing there had to be a better way, she found me, and we worked on removing all the toxic buildup from the inside out. We identified not only the foods, but also her lifestyle factors that were causing the inflammation, and stress, and habits, and social situations. So then we came up with results-oriented solutions so she didn't feel defined. So within 4 weeks, she had lost 10 pounds, and her skin completely grew up. In 4 weeks. So no breakouts, no more blotchiness. Her confidence went up, and her life completely transformed. Physically, mentally, emotionally. And most of all, she was just amazed at how fun and easy it was to implement the necessary changes that she needed to make herself her again. So what makes my program unique is that we focus on you. How many times have you had a health talk or spoke to somebody about your health that you just got the attention that you deserved and you felt better after? I know a lot of times you go to the doctor, he's always rushing. You know, we're not really getting anything out of that. Like, I don't really know anybody that felt better after going to the doctor. So, basically, what we do is make it about you. You get to concentrate on what you get to have rather than what you can't have. And suffering to heal just doesn't make sense. So when I work with a client, I want to inspire you to reclaim your health in a way that is sustainable, and natural, and fun. So, if you're ready for accountability, the systems and the support is going to make you work this like nothing you've ever before. And I invite you to a free initial Kick Your Cravings Discovery session. And this consultation with me is where we'll look at what cravings mean, why you're stuck, and how to get unstuck from them. So what your plan of action is to experience a total transformation, and I guarantee you'll walk away with at least one major aha before to break you out of your rut. So what I want you guys to do is on that little invitation paper that's borderline with the yellow and orange, you're just going to fill out your information at the top, and at the bottom you're going to see 2 check boxes. So the first one is to schedule a private one-on-one consultation, and the second box is going to actually give you a free gift. So if you check out those boxes and you hand it in to me freely, I'm going to give you your 7 solutions to the sugar cravings as well. So typically I charge $75 for the consultations, but since you guys are all sitting here today, it's my gift to you. So if that's something that you're interested in, that's the first box. The second box is for special updates and whatnot from me, as well as a free gift of 5 foods that will actually naturally help you lose weight as well. Okay? So if you put your email in at the top, nice and neat, so I can read it, I can send that to you guys, and we can also schedule your complimentary one. So the session is via phone. It doesn't have to be sit down, face to face. So make sure you guys put all of your information, and we can get that started for you. If you guys have any questions tonight about any of the awesome stuff that Jenna has up here, oh, so come through if you don't have to be like, Alex, I can't come today because I had a really tiring day. So there's no excuses for that. Exactly. So a lot of my coaching is done over the phone for a lot of those reasons, because not everybody I work with is local, some people are out of state, and sometimes it's hard. I mean, some of us are parents, some of us have pretty schedules with work, and it's just really hard sometimes just to get to the gym, let alone another appointment. So this takes a lot of the excuses out, and when you're free, you put your availability in, and I just kind of work with you guys.
So Alex, if anyone was joining in with us live online, I
Okay.
guess, is there a way that they can get in touch with you
Yes.
to fill this out? And share your website?
I don't
or-
have my website up yet.
Okay.
But did you tag the business in there?
Yep.
Send me a message, write a comment, whatever it is. Make sure you put your name. If you tag me by name, they could private message me as well.
Okay.
And just say, hey, I saw your Sugar Talk, favorite bandwagon, and I'll definitely set up the same consultation with you guys as I am with Dawn, complimentary, of course. So just send me a message or write a comment, and I'll reach out to you guys.
Cool.
If you want to just shoot me an email direct, restorative.healthcoaching@gmail.com is my email
I'll
address.
post that in a comment on
Awesome.
here. Yeah.
So just send me an email and tell me that you're interested in. If you want to tell me, you know, kind of some of the health things that you have going on, so I have a better idea of, you know, what we're going to talk about, then that would be awesome too. And
Cool.
that's it. Very simple.
There you guys have it. What a better way to get support than working with a health coach. I'm a certified health coach as well, and I can
Super
attest
awesome.
to, how important it is. I mean, we talk to people who come in every
Yeah.
day here who know what they need to do, as you say, and they're here, they're shopping, they're into wellness, they want that to be a part of their lives, but implementing it can be so hard.
It is hard. And I mean, honestly, I feel like 95% of the people out there truly do know what to do.
Yeah.
Eat this, don't eat that. But
Yeah.
it's just a matter of doing it and finding
Right.
out why you're choosing to do the wrong things. And a
Mhm.
lot of people go through that. They do a lot of self-sabotage. Like,
Yeah.
why am I just going to go to McDonald's instead of driving right down the street to pick up a salad instead? I mean, we
Yeah.
do it all the time. But it's just getting that accountability and support. Some people just really need that. Instead of having somebody screaming at you, I'm not going to scream at you, I promise.
Yeah.
Even if you ate the sugar, I'm still not going to scream at you.
Yeah, she's not going to judge you
But
either.
it's just finding
Yeah.
out why. And that's
Yeah.
it. It's completely judgment free. So one thing that I don't like is food shaming. And a lot of people do that, and it's not okay because some people have, it's almost like an addiction for some people. Like some people want to smoke
Totally.
cigarettes. Some people want to go to the bar every night. But some people really just have a food and or sugar addiction. And it's
Yeah.
actually really hard to stop. Like you said, it's like heroin. It is like a drug. Sugar
Absolutely.
truly is like a drug. And it's honestly really hard to pick like a drug. So it's just finding out a lot of whys, looking into the aspect of your life. What's going on in your life? Like, what are you doing? Are you happy? Are you not happy? Like, why aren't you happy? What are these things that you're doing in your daily life that are so stressful? How do you deal with your stress? It's another big thing. How we actually deal with our stress on a daily basis is humongous. Like I said earlier, sometimes it's just easier to pick up the candy bar instead of actually figuring out like a good way to deal with all these stressful things. I mean, as adults, like we don't have a choice. We have jobs, we have lives, we have families, and it's just something that we have no choice but to deal with every day. So just figuring out like a healthier way to deal with those things is really what I love to help people do, because some people are like, they just don't know what they're capable of. And showing people what they're capable of and just making them feel that way, it's just amazing for me to see people, blossom and grow that way. I love it. It's good. Very good. So
Thank you.
Awesome.
This has been great.
Good. I'm glad.
glad
I'm
you
glad you
enjoyed
guys
it.
got a lot out of it. Definitely hit the shelves and pick up the date syrup or the coconut sugar or one of these awesome bars that I keep looking at. And I mean, have the sweet treat. If you want the help, if you want to, I'm going to stick around for a couple minutes and answer any questions. I'll give you guys these sheets before you leave. If you need a pen, I have a couple pens if you want to fill out those papers.
If you need to hit the road and you want her contact info, again, you visit Facebook or get in touch with me through the store. You can always call the store and we can put you in touch with Alex. And a little round of applause for Alex today. She was awesome. I'm sure they're clapping online too. Thank you for coming.
Thank you guys. Seriously, thank you so much